Oh, hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hello.
Hi.
Good
All
to
right,
see you.
How's everybody?
good.
Good,
We had some
good.
technical difficulties we were working through.
Oh,
I,
did I join
But
too
we're
early?
okay. We're
no.
okay now.
We're running on island time a little bit here. So
Are you on an island?
no, we're just late.
Oh.
He just says that.
You just wish you were on an island?
I wish I was on an island. It's freaking cold outside.
It's so
What
cold.
is the temperature there?
Today was
Uh, it's 16 degrees currently,
yeah.
according to my watch.
I think the
Yeah,
high was like 19 today.
which is so good.
It sucks.
So,
So cozy.
so cozy. I mean, I don't know what you're complaining about.
I know that
I
when
actually don't mind it. I don't mind the cold as long as like the sun comes out and we see blue sky. Like I'd
Then
so
it's
much
fun. Then
prefer,
you're okay.
yeah. I prefer
Yeah.
winters like this. Like last winter was so gray. It was gray all winter and it was warmer, but we never saw the sun. And I'm like, I don't mind the cold temperatures.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And the snow. I love the snow. I'd rather see the snow than like brown everywhere.
yeah, I think for what
Jake disagrees hard. He's like,
I think I
Is
think
it
part
is
of
it
it is
snowing there now?
it snowed on Sunday all day.
hmm.
But like I showed up to
Okay.
a new job today, and it's like
Uh-huh.
no one lives there yet. So I had to like pull into
Oh,
the driveway with like 6 inches of snow, and then I had to shovel to get into the house.
okay, it's different if you have to like be
Yeah.
out there in the elements. Yeah.
That's aggressive. Also,
Mhm.
why are they having you do that there and then they're not making sure it's already taken care of?
Because they bought the house.
Where's the plow boy?
They
Yeah.
bought the house and I need to get it ready for them to live in. So I gotta work in their house.
Yeah, to be fair, they're probably not hiring a plow before they have a house.
I know.
It might be something worth mentioning in the suggestion box.
True.
I'll leave them on the bill. I'll leave a note next time plow.
Did have to plow my way into your
Did
home.
oh man.
Normal workday went from easy to horrendous, scale from 1 to 10, and you're just like
Yeah.
I
drawing
mean, you
little,
can charge them for that time though, right? Like if you have if it takes you
yeah.
longer to get to start your work.
It's like it's a bid, so it's kind of like I planned for some things to
Uh,
go wrong, so you kind of have to go with it, and you can't be like,
Then just
Oh.
say, I
"Eh."
didn't plan for a blizzard.
Yeah, it's a
Or to
fine
almost have
line.
a heart attack in your driveway.
It's a fine line. If I'd had a heart attack in their driveway, shoveling their driveway, then we'd have to
That would
talk.
have
We'd have to
been,
talk.
you'd have to have a conversation.
Yeah,
Just a quick chat
Right.
about
it's a little chat.
And that's where Chelsea and I are meeting you halfway here. We're actually looking at this in the future as to possible issues.
we're
Right.
advocating for
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
That's
you're
how I
my
Also,
view that.
why are you Tia Hillard?
oh shoot.
I did actually get confused when I signed on. I was like, who am I meeting with here?
It's
Because
just little Tia.
Chelsea's
She's little
sister
Tia.
Chelsea's sister still pays for Zoom so that I don't have a
Edit this out. Edit
I don't
this
have a
out. Not
edit this
classy.
out so that I don't have to like be on a tight 38-minute meeting and then
A
it
tight
Oh,
shuts.
budget. A
fair.
tight budget
Tight
or time
budget.
frame.
How much does that even cost? Like, I don't even know how much it costs to actually pay for Zoom.
I don't know. Probably like $10 a month or something like that.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
so thank you,
Nothing
Tia.
crazy.
Thanks, Tia. Sponsored by Tia.
Sponsored by oh, our first sponsor.
Oh
Yes!
my gosh. I love
Sponsored by
that.
And I'm not editing
Tia.
this out. I'm keeping it in because she listens
Yeah.
every week.
Oh,
Tia.
cute.
All
Tia,
right.
shout
Way to go,
out.
Tia.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on, Chelsea. This has been a long time coming.
I know, you've been talking to me about this for a while.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but then I was thinking it's been a long time coming too, because do you remember when we first met?
I don't actually remember the first time we met. You might have to remind me on like the actual first time that we met.
I think it was camping. I think like Jeremy was like,
No, we definitely meant, but no, because we invited you guys camping.
but I
We
think that
we were
was because of,
established, no, we were established friends by then. It wasn't
Chelsea.
a random
That's a
throw out.
very different idea, Jake.
Let
Get
me
your
just,
facts straight.
did we
No,
meet
we had
Mike
known
and
each other
Chelsea
before then.
camping, or did
If
we meet them
you
before that?
were established, this
Oh,
is
she said, yeah, we met before that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know because me and Mike got the campsite and we invited you guys and Jeremy to camp with us. So we had definitely hung out
Okay.
before then, but I don't, we hung out a few times before then. I don't remember exactly like
Okay.
when we met or how we met though.
Well, then I don't either.
But
then it's pretty clear.
but camping was like our first
Camping was like we had
probably like
met, but we didn't know each other.
bonding.
Yeah, we didn't really know
Yeah.
each other well. And then the whole group had to cancel except for us and
Yes.
Jeremy. And then Jeremy couldn't come up the first night. So it was just the four of us for the first night. And that's when we like had like just time together.
Yes.
But we talked all night about a podcast that you listened to
Yes.
on, I don't remember what
Remind
one.
me what
What
podcast I
was
was
it?
listening to at the time.
It was like
I don't know.
I think it was This American Life, but it was like some person in
Oh,
the interview that just like struck you and you were like felt connected to this person in this pod.
it was probably S Town. I was very into like those
Oh my
theories at
gosh,
the
I love
time.
that.
Did you listen to S Town?
Yes, I was obsessed.
I was obsessed with S Town.
Okay.
That it is so if you listen to that, Jake,
I don't think I did.
we
It's so
talked
good.
about it on the pod before because it's
It-
so good.
It's Brian, what's his name? From This American Life. He's
Yeah.
like
oh, okay.
one of the main broadcasters for NPR. I can't think of his last name right now, but he did this like deep dive. He got this random letter from this guy from
That's
like
right.
deep south.
Crazy.
And it just turned into this crazy story and just like this really like very, very intriguing and intimate portrayal of this like wacky random guy that like no one
Yeah.
would ever pay
But
any
I
note
was so
to.
sad when it ended.
Oh, so sad.
Like I had withdrawals about hearing that guy. Like I just
When
wanted to
anything
hear
good
him
ends,
talk.
right? Yeah. When
Yes.
anything good like that ends, you're just like, ugh,
Devastated.
it cuts a little bit. Because
Yeah.
there's not re like you don't run into a lot of quality stuff these days. And
Yeah.
so when
No.
you find something good like that, you do just want to like you're like, why is this ending? It's too good to be
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
It was so good. That guy's
Mhm.
accent was so amazing.
Oh, everything about him. And didn't he like fix clocks or something? Like he was just the most
Yeah.
obscure person.
He was very odd, a very odd
Yeah.
guy,
Hmm.
which made it
And then
very
like they left
interesting.
and like I mean it ends in like this huge cliffhanger too because he
Yeah.
was like obsessed with like finding this like hidden treasure and then at
Yeah.
the end of the pod you're like left like with
You
almost
really
like
had
this
no
like
closure.
you have no it's really good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's
good.
I missed
insane.
out.
It's
That was,
just amazing. It's amazing journalism. It's amazing
Yeah.
storytelling. It's amazing interviewing. Like it just hits, it checks every box as far as
Hmm.
like journalism, writing, like
hmm.
it's just very well done.
Now, are you a Dateline podcast girly? Just
Uh,
curious.
I have had my highs and lows with podcasts. I'm not
Uh-huh.
super into the medium right now just because I'm not in I listen to them in the car and I don't commute
Yeah.
anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
So your time for them is not really
I don't
happening.
have the time for them like I used to. Occasionally, like when like my in-laws take my son or something and I'm cleaning around the house, I'll throw one on. Unfortunately, like
Yeah.
you can't the sad thing with podcasts is you can't count on the language always being appropriate. And
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
where I hit
So the
snags
kids are there.
with having my son around. So I often
Yeah.
can't throw on a podcast and just like feel secure. It's like,
Willy-nilly.
Yeah.
yes.
Who
So that's
knows what
kind
they're
of
gonna say?
limited. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
limited my access to being able
That makes
to
sense.
indulge in the
Yeah.
pods.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he in
And
school?
he's starting to really learn all the words. So
Oh,
like I'm really
oh.
starting where he said the S word recently and that was like a big old shock for us. So
Is it
Well,
is it like
we won't let him
shock?
listen to this.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is it
Well,
like a
it's that.
shock, but also you laugh or like you had to catch
Yes,
yourself?
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because he was like, oh, you know, and we were like, oh, and we don't say that, you know, like we don't say that in our day to
Classic
day.
parent, classic parent. We
No,
don't
I
say
know,
that.
I
We don't
know,
do that.
I know. It definitely sounds
Where
like
did they learn that? That's
it
disgusting.
really does sound like that, which is terrible. But then I do realize that like I don't censor our music as heavily as I should. Like, you know, you do kind of like take it for granted. Like you kind of think like they're not really listening. And not that we listen to like ex especially explicit music, but like, you know, we do listen to
Mhm.
music that occasionally throws an
Yeah.
explicit in. And then I'm just like, how would he? And then you're like, how would he pick that up like so quickly? But they
Yeah.
pick it up so quickly. And then you're like, okay, we really need to
Oops.
put the parental edits on our Spotify and stick to
Oh,
it
Does
and
it
be.
does it seem like it to you too? Like sometimes it seems like they somehow pick out that word, like a word like that. They can hear a
I think
thousand
they know
words.
what's a bad word.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they know like this is risky or this is bad. Honestly, he said cancer recently too.
Hmm.
And like that was interesting to us. And like obviously that word gets thrown around a lot in our house. My husband has cancer.
Okay.
Um but like we don't talk to him directly about it or anything.
hmm
But that was a weird again, a real like
Where you're like,
shocker.
where did you hear that?
I mean,
Even from
he's heard
us.
it. He's definitely heard it from us. Like
Okay.
it's not like
But not a lot.
we don't hide the word, but we don't talk to him directly about it. But it's just, you know,
Mm.
like the saying is pretty strong, like from the mouth of babes. Like then you suddenly realize,
hmm
like, oh, he's hearing a lot. Like you just realize how much they
Okay.
actually absorb. Like
Yeah.
where he
Okay.
might not even really understand what cancer is yet, but he's hearing it enough that he threw it out there like in play. Like he was just
Mhm.
like playing
Oh,
on his own and he threw out the word cancer. And
Oh,
we were
just
like,
throwing out the C
oh,
word and the S
just
word. Like they're the
throwing out the
same.
heavy words. It's
Like,
just
whoa, whoa, whoa.
real heavy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Oh
Like
my
I'd rather
gosh.
the S word if I'm being honest. I have a lot more
You
comfortable.
said, let's take a beat. Let's take a beat and really think about this. How mad can we really be? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah.
When we talked, like I think it was at Pat's weddings like a year ago, and we were talking about the podcast, you were like, what would I what would I talk about on the podcast? I've only had a kid and my husband had cancer. And I was like, oh, that maybe during COVID.
Cancer during COVID?
No, cancer since COVID. I was
Okay.
pregnant during COVID. And so Cooper
Okay.
was born August 2020. So he was born like not the height of COVID, but there was still
Okay.
a lot of
Oh, yeah.
restrictions.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Which in a height,
Okay.
honestly, in a way was nice. I don't know. I feel like maybe other moms can relate, but there is something to be said about like having limitations as far as visitors during that time and
hmm
like, you know, just not random people from your congregation being able to like pop over to the
Yeah.
hospital like while you're trying to learn how to breastfeed and all that stuff.
Oh,
So,
my.
yeah. Like I know friends who have been through that. So in a way, I was pretty grateful that like it was
Yeah.
like you have a lot more leeway to say no.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. They're
when you're
like,
like
he's finally latched. John's here.
yeah,
John
exactly.
stopped by.
Rando John that
Yeah.
like, you know,
You
you've
remember
known for
him?
20 years, but you don't really know the
Yeah.
one who
No,
lingers at
he's
your house
here.
after book
Yeah.
study for hours.
Right. He brought your favorite snack, the Nutty Bars, like you always liked.
Yes.
You're just like, I don't know, dude.
You're like,
Not
why?
now.
Why?
Oh man. So you have
Yeah.
Cooper in 2020 and then um kind of coming out of COVID, everything's good, and then Mike gets sick.
Yeah, so I have to think the years get so blurry. Wow, I'm that old. Like years are blurring so heavily. But I
Well, it
want
was
to
kind of big time stuff.
yeah. So like I know it's very earmarked though, which is random because like
Mm.
he so what started this whole process as far as his cancer goes, I mean actually no, he had cancer years ago. Like within the first 5 years of our marriage, he had testicular
Okay.
cancer. Um,
Okay.
but that was pretty quick. That was a pretty quick situation for us.
Resolved. Okay.
Yeah. But then his tumor in his germ cell tumor, which was grew in like essentially in his chest. Um, we were on, it was September 2023 because we were on our way. He was in so much pain. He had all this pain in his neck and he had been like going back and forth to all these doctors and he ended up like going to urgent care because and it's such a long story.
But not
Um,
thinking it was that. Just
just like
having.
I'm just in pain and he's not quick to
Okay.
go to a doctor. He's not quick to say like I
Oh,
need
so you
help,
knew something's wrong.
and he kept kind of getting dismissed and like pushed around and finally his arms that's what happened. His arms started to swell. He started to have swelling and I had that in the past too because I had a blood clot in my arm. And so
Okay.
I was like, you need to go to urgent care. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
So they finally did an ultrasound and they found the tumor in his chest. And I know it was September 2020 because we were driving into the city because I had got us tickets to see it was the 20-year anniversary of Postal Service's album, and we were going to the city for the 20-year
Oh my
reunion
word.
tour. And he got the call from urgent care that's like, so you have this tumor in your chest. We're referring you to this person, and we
You're
were just
at the
like,
concert.
we weren't at the concert yet. We were on our way into the city.
What did
Um,
you
and
do?
he was like, we are going to this concert. Like, he was like, we are having this night in the city. And like,
I love it.
I
I
do
love
just
it.
remember being like, okay, you have a tumor in your chest. But
No
sure, let's
problem.
go dance it out to Postal
No
Service
problem.
and Death Cab for Cutie. And like, because there really was nothing we could
There's
do
nothing
in
you
that
can
moment.
do. Yeah,
Like, yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
we had a little city weekend and then had brunch the next morning, like
You know what? Why not
ended.
bottomless mimosas
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
help
for real.
things move along? You
Really enjoyed
know?
ourselves.
Was
Like
it
Yeah.
like
lived it up.
that? Let's not talk
For
about it.
tomorrow we die, right?
Was it kind of like a
Yeah.
let's wait to get home to talk about this, or was it just like the focal point of the conversation for the weekend while you were,
No, there was nothing to talk about
yeah.
because it really was just like, okay, it was urgent care. It was like the urgent care doctor was very concerned, but she was like, this is above our pay grade. Like, we don't know what we're dealing with. So
Yeah.
Mm,
we're referring you to an ENT, we're referring you to this. And then, I mean, it spiraled from there. We didn't like the
mm.
ENT ended up not even being a thing. He ended up in the emergency room
Oh
to
no.
and that finally got him to the right
Where he
team
needed to be.
where he needed to be
Hmm.
finally like figured out like, okay, we're dealing with oncology again. This is
Hmm.
a cancerous
Hmm.
tumor and like finally
It's
led to the
not a
right road.
hamburger. This is not something you
Right.
ate, sir. This
It
is
is not just
serious.
Swiss Lodge turkey. I'm
Yeah.
not just like
This
a
is
lot.
real deal now. Okay. He's
Yeah.
like, well, I was just at a concert, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it could be anything.
Yeah, but we actually did manage to have a really fun time. Like some other friends of ours
Good.
were at the show. It was so funny actually. Our friend Rob, I'll say his name because it's like I don't feel like I'm saying anything negative. Um, but he had just started dating his now wife,
Uh-huh.
who he has a long history with. He actually liked her like 10 years before. It didn't work out.
Uh-huh.
Like but then they like reconnected, but he's like he had this like she was that girl kind of thing for him for years. And so they were like, we're gonna be in the city, we're gonna go. So I'm meeting like Rob's like dream girl,
Love of his life.
love of his life, dream girl. Like they had been on like 2 dates at this point. Like we're meeting her for the first time. And I have it. I'm kind of nervous about that because we're close to Rob, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I just have like this anxious energy. Like I my anxiety comes out. I mean, even right now, like I'm a little anxious doing this podcast, and so I'm going to be annoying, and I'm going to talk too much, and I'm going to be like too much.
No anxiety, just
You're like
happy to meet
you're like
Rob's
yeah, you're
love.
like Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig. You're like, oh my God.
Yes, I'm over the top. So I was so obnoxious. Like I was so obnoxious meeting her because I was just already anxious. Like I'm like, we literally just found out Mike's has a tumor and we're not talking about it. We're also just like, we don't even
Yeah.
know what we're dealing with. So we're not just like, we're not showing up to drinks like, hey, so we have a tumor. Like, no,
Yeah.
we were just kind of playing it cool. But then by all means not playing it cool also, because then I was just like, so where are you from? What do you like? Well, like, where
Yeah.
did you go to high school? Like, I just was like bombarding this poor girl. Like, thankfully, we're friends now, and
I was
she's,
gonna
you know,
say,
come
but
aside
it
with
turns
me.
out that it worked out and you apparently did exactly what needed to happen
Yeah,
because they're
apparently
together.
they're together.
Man.
No, it was just a very funny moment. And then that we did like we did tell him like once we kind of knew more what was going on. And it was just such a
Yeah.
random kind of you know, it's just very telling how things can change so quickly. Like we just kept like remember we were like working in service together like a few weeks later because we're in the same hall. And we were just like, isn't it crazy that like 2 weeks ago you were single and we really didn't see any prospect of that changing. And also Mike was healthy and we didn't see any
And then
prospect of
everything
that
changed.
changing. And like how quickly things can
Everything.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
good or bad.
when he did go to, when he finally did go to the right people, then what does that end up looking like? I mean, are you like, yeah, so he's been having a lot of pain in his throat that a lozenge isn't going to cure. So what are we doing? What is the process here? Like, how do they break that down?
Yeah, so I think that's what took so long to kind of figure out what was causing pain for him. Sorry, I'm a little sick.
Mm.
So I'm like,
We're on Zoom, so
okay.
it's okay.
So, but if I cough, I apologize. I know that's not great for a
Edit
podcast.
it out. Just
I'll edit it out. I edit anything
Um,
that you like think later if you
we
say
edit it all.
we can edit
okay.
anything out. You can swear as
I
much as you want.
do I
Yeah.
do get very again in my anxiety spirals, I do get very self-deprecating. So I will probably tell multiple embarrassing stories myself.
It's great.
Too many like puberty stories. We got to cut all of those
Oops. Oopsie.
out. No, so I think that that was a big confusion with his symptoms is he was complaining a lot about pain in his neck. And I think so what actually was happening is the tumor was in his chest, but because of the placement of it, it was leaning on his esophagus and it was like literally like pushing it to the side.
Mm.
And so that is where he was getting that neck pain from. And so, but I think that that was the confusion is that like he was being sent to like ENTs and like different
Hmm.
doctors that then they would do like which is it's but then again like these people are pretty incompetent because by the time we got to
Mm.
the right team like literally we were in the office with the like NP and she just like looked at his neck and like oh I can see like your esophagus is
Oh,
like pushed like
Oh,
over to the side
are
and
you
we were,
serious?
oh okay so like but blind to the eyes of other
Yeah.
doctors.
yeah.
But yeah, the
Okay.
ultrasound, when they ran the ultrasound finally, when he finally had swelling, they finally were like, let's do an ultrasound of like this general area. And they
Was
found
that lady an oncologist, you said?
no, that was just the urgent care doctor.
Well,
Um,
that was that doctor saw that the
Oh, so
esophagus
no,
was
so
on.
the NP who like saw that was
Okay.
she was with they were the vascular and like cardiac team essentially.
Okay.
Because so like we got essentially sent to like the surgeons first, where it was like
Hmm.
they were like the vascular surgeons, but then they ran some tests and they were like, listen, if this comes back, um, if we can, if we are seeing that this is cancer, you're going to go to oncology first and then you'll come back to us. So that's what
Okay.
happened. So then when they determined that it was the germs, that it was a germ cell tumor, then he did oncology first. He went through chemo and then they removed the tumor finally. And
Okay.
that was like, that all happened within, wow, like honestly within like 6 months from that time we were like driving over the George Washington Bridge, getting told like, okay, we can see that there's a tumor in your chest. His surgery was uh it was leap day. It was February 29th of that next year. So September to February.
Okay.
Like from the
Okay.
time he went through chemo to the time the tumor was out. Um,
Okay.
And then was he cancer free from that point, or was there still a because I feel like
um,
when at Pat's wedding, it was only like a month from being kind of like fully clean bill of health or whatever.
I
Was
mean,
that?
he's not cancer free now.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, it's kind of an ongoing
gotcha.
thing. So with each, like there's stages of this stuff. So the tumor came out and it was a really successful surgery. Like the surgeon did a beautiful job. Um,
Hmm.
and then they did some radiation to the tumor site. And then um okay, gosh. Then fast forward. So that took like another 6 months. So that
So
took a
tumor's out at this point.
tumor was out.
But then
Yeah.
another 6 months of like radiation on the
So then
site.
radiation on the
Okay.
tumor site.
Okay.
And then yeah, so then when we saw you, things were looking good. Shortly after we saw you, they found a spot on his hip on another
Mm.
scan. So then he had radiation on that.
Mm.
And that is good. And then he had a scan in December, like just last month, that now is showing a spot on his rib and on his spleen that
Mm.
they're concerned about. So
Mm.
he just had a biopsy last week of his rib. Bone biopsies are really tricky though, and we're pretty sure that they didn't, like the doctor was pretty negative about the sample that they got. So
Mm.
we're not
Mm.
anticipating good results from that. Um, so we're kind of right now figuring out if we're going to move forward with a spleen biopsy, which has some risk to it, or if we're just going to wait to get another scan to see if we see further progress. Because they can't technically diagnose, they like insurance won't cover treatment based on just the scan results alone. They need
Hmm.
more than that. Um,
Oh, okay.
so we have to like basically see if the scans show progression, like if the next scan shows progression, or if a biopsy can give us more confirmation that they're seeing the sarcoma.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
And so the right now, so he has two things happening right now in the body, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. And
Yeah,
they're
they're calling them like concerning lesions. They're not calling them they can't say for sure that it's like basically what they're seeing right now they can't diagnose based off of, but the odds of it not being the sarcoma are pretty low. Like
okay.
just the
Okay.
nature of this cancer and um just like the odds of it being something else
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
is yeah.
So do they then set you up with a plan in place of like, here's where we are, this is what we're going to move forward with, or
Yeah, so they've already talked to us. So they feel pretty confident with radiation when it comes to this sarcoma, which is actually different than the tumor that was in his chest. That's like a whole nother story. Like the tumor reacted to the chemo and it kind of like became sarcoma from it like transformed from
really?
yeah, it's
Mm.
his my husband is a very unique specimen. He has like he's
So
very special.
the
Very
tumor
special.
basically was mad. The tumor like was pissed.
Yeah.
And it was
And
like,
it
oh, I don't think so, not today. And it went
yeah.
rogue and became something else.
So it actually started growing after chemo stopped. Like
Oh,
he
wow.
started to have like pain again in his neck. It was very like
Mm.
confusing. And by the time they actually took the tumor out and removed it, it was like significantly larger. than what they thought that it was because the
Mm.
sarcoma kind of took over and started like rapidly growing. Um,
What does the sarcoma mean?
Sarcoma is a type of cancer,
Mm.
Okay.
where it's a very rare cancer. It's like it travels through bone marrow and through blood, and it's not, but it's
Mm.
also not detectable until it metastasizes. So like you can't get a blood
Okay.
test and like test for this cancer. You can't like you can the only way you see it is if it like starts to grow a tumor. Um,
Okay,
so
so you can watch it and you can be vigilant, but that
yeah.
doesn't actually mean anything to them. Like it
Yeah.
won't. How strange.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
Hmm.
so we are hopeful because his doctor has said that like once they're comfortable diagnosing that they'd hit the two spots that they're seeing with radiation, but then they also feel pretty confident that they'd get him they'd do be able to do immunotherapy, which just the racket of insurance and the medical profession, immunotherapy is actually a very successful treatment when it comes to sarcoma.
Hmm.
But it's a newer treatment and it's expensive, and insurance companies really resist it and they want you to like go through all the motion. Basically, I hate the word like last ditch effort, but like they
Hmm.
kind of won't approve it unless you're just like, we need to do this. Like this,
Yeah.
we're not getting
Mm.
it any other way, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And because of its success rate, it has a very good success rate of actually like fully eradicating the cancer. So, like I said, sarcoma you don't see until it metastasizes somewhere, until you see a growth.
Hmm.
It hides in the body. So you could have active cells, but there's no way of knowing it. But through the immunotherapy, they actually can like eradicate it. Like they've had a lot of success rate of like fully eradicating it. So in a way, we're
Hmm.
kind of like, yay,
Hoping that,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
immunotherapy would be great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
definitely.
Yeah.
Um, and then he's super vigilant. I mean, Mike is the researcher of all researchers, so he's on so many supplements. We're on a special diet right now. He is taking these anti-parasite drugs because he's done all
Hmm.
this research on parasite and cancers, and like
Hmm.
there's so he's doing his whole we've done alkaline cleanses, and honestly we've done them in line with treatment in the past, and we've actually seen success. So like
Nice.
we're not ruling out anything,
Yeah.
like he's being very vigilant as far
Have
as
you heard of astaxanthin?
no. He probably has.
Okay, I was just curious because a friend of ours, they take it every day. Her grandmother, again, different, probably different types of cancer or different cellular things going on, most likely. I don't know how it works. But I do know that her grandmother got diagnosed years ago, like 5, 6 years ago, with a very aggressive bad cancer. They were doing research about it. She thought she was getting scammed. My friend thought her grandma was getting scammed
Mm,
because she started buying this red algae called axanthin. I could send you the link.
yeah.
And it went away.
Yeah.
It just took it
Oh no,
away.
we're definitely
It was wild. It was crazy.
we're
And now they
not.
take it too. Like she
Yeah.
takes it every day because it's genetic for whatever reason, whatever it was. She was very nervous it would be something that she would get also. And so now like her grandma takes it I mean, religiously now. But it is like a red algae and you buy the capsules and you pump it into the capsule and take the capsule. And then one other weird thing that Darren, my husband's aunt, started taking, and it took her cancer away. Sounds crazy to say this. It took it away. Who knows what happened?
In West
Right.
Virginia, it's like the it's the
Yeah,
it's the endless
that
French fries at
we
Sheets.
dived into Sheets matzo sauce and out of here,
I would believe that in a
gone.
heartbeat.
Oh man.
But she started taking something called AHCC or AHHC, no, AHCC, I think. And she also takes that every day. And when she started taking it, on the back of it, in the very, very beginning, on the bottom, it said on the bottle, cures cancer. And then five
Oh,
years later, she
Oh,
was still taking it and it was removed. Like
oh no.
they made them take it off of it, or
mm,
there was some hubbubaloo about it because Darren's mom is really into health and like
mm,
supplements. And they were just in this outrage that it cures cancer and they took it off the bottle. This pharma system,
Oh, there's so
edit
much
that
about
out.
that. It's crazy. Like the way,
Right.
I mean, the way we haven't like fully deep dove into that world. Yeah, I mean, no, I
Yeah.
mean, he's taking so much
He's
stuff. So
taking
like
so
when
much
I
stuff
say
out. Yeah.
we have deep dove into that world.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
like when you really, and it's true, like you can't even mention like they have like code words for things on like social media
Oh,
because it they'll get tagged if they say certain
things cure or
phrases and
help.
words, their videos will get removed and like their posts will get removed. And it's not like
Oh,
it's not even in endangering anyone. Like it's like there's so much on the
it's
internet
helping.
that people are like allowed to say and allowed to do, and these people are just
Hmm.
out there kind of saying like this helped me and this made me feel better.
yeah,
But if you say certain trigger words,
Then they
it's
don't want to.
removed instantly. Like and like it's like that's very like there's so much conspiracy. Like but I'm saying
Yeah.
we haven't really tried to deep dive into the conspiracy theory of all this stuff,
Right.
but it's hard not to. It's hard to not
Yeah. Yeah.
like
so
see
I've
the resistance from modern medicine and then also
yeah,
see the lack of like even very simple things like, he's talking to his doctors about, he's like, is there something I should be doing? Is there something, should I not be eating certain things? Should I be eating certain things? And
Hmm.
they're just like, no, eat whatever, do whatever. And he's just like, how does that make any sense where
That can't be right.
you're telling me that my environment plays a role in me contracting these illnesses, but like I
Hmm.
can't do anything to help
yeah,
combat them by like controlling what I eat or controlling what I put into my body. Like, how does that make any sense, you know?
Very
yeah,
odd.
So it like just how there seems to just be no correlation to modern medicine and just like you taking care of yourself or like adding
Hmm.
healthy supplements, and it's just that even in and of itself just doesn't add up. Never
Yeah.
mind
Yeah. Yeah.
like taking some of these alternative medicines, which he is, and I'm not going to speak for him and dive into what he's taking because you guys
Yeah.
should you honestly you should interview him about his cancer. He's
yeah.
very knowledgeable about it. He'd
Well, we
be a
will.
pretty interesting
Next week,
podcast.
Yeah.
tune
Well,
in
we
next week.
will.
Yeah.
Part two, we need to list. We need a
Yeah.
list.
A list of everything that he's on.
How
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question around all that. How do you, because everyone means well, how do
Ugh.
you like maneuver uh probably like a bombardment of everyone like you know what you need to do. And it comes from probably a good place, but it's like, do you get that, or is that like a struggle when you're kind of going through it and everyone kind of has a thought or a podcast you have to listen to or a thing you should take or an
Mm.
Yeah, you'd be surprised I haven't gotten that a ton.
hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
and I think it probably is a combination
Until
of,
today.
and well, no, but like,
Comment
no, and
section.
like, I mean, we've gotten it a little bit, and I don't mind that. Like, we'll take all the suggestions. Like, I'm like, if,
Yeah.
like, honestly, like, I would
Yeah.
love for you to send me the links of the things that you know that have worked for other
Okay. Yeah, I
people in
will.
your life. Like, and Mike will research, and he has anything anyone sent him, he fully researched
Looks
and
into it.
like, yeah, and he looks into it and he researches it to his cancer and his specific situation, and then like
Okay.
he
Yeah.
really, is very thoughtful about the things he decides to do and what he decides
Hmm.
not to do. Um,
Okay.
but I think also because his cancer is so unique, like we drop words like germ cell and sarcoma, and people are like, wait, what do you have? Is that even a cancer? Like it's different than when
Hmm.
someone has like breast cancer or like
Yeah.
a more commonly heard of cancer where then it's a little easier, I feel like, for people to say like, I know someone who had breast cancer and this is what they did. And I think
Hmm.
people like don't even really know like you don't even say the word cancer when you talk about his cancers. You know, we said like, oh, he had a germ cell tumor, or oh, he has
Mm.
sarcoma, and people are like, what is
Oh,
that?
okay.
You know, so I think
They're like,
maybe
what is
that.
that? And you're like, Cooper, tell him what it is. And then Cooper is
Yeah, tell him use the C word, Cooper. Use the C word.
And use the S word if you
And
feel
please use the S word.
more than, yeah.
frustrated. If you feel upset about it, just go
Yes.
for it.
Just
Sorry.
yell it. Yell it to the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't think we've had a lot of people like not that hasn't been overwhelming by any means.
Mm.
Like of
Is he a
people
very active person? Is he like someone that goes
he
on runs or like how does he
he
mentally deal with it all?
he is very active.
Okay.
Like even in his worst of worst, like he was like a champion. Like I mean, man,
Yeah.
the way he has been so consistent for us,
Mm-hmm.
like, and like, I know he's been in a lot of pain and discomfort through many different
Yeah.
phases of this, but he, you know, is very active in all of his roles, like, um,
Uh-huh.
you know, and even, and he doesn't talk about it either. Like, he's not like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, it's me, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm telling you guys right now, like, of what we're dealing with, like, most of the people in our life don't even know that he's, you know,
Yeah.
currently, like,
Dealing with this.
like has new things
Like
popping
to
up on
see
scans.
him,
Oh, yeah, you'd never know.
you would just not know. And then his attitude kind of goes along with that, which
Yeah.
is really probably very, very healthy, to not almost some days I'm sure it feels like you would appreciate a good spiral, but as a rule, it's probably best to not spiral or tell someone that will spiral for you, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what? It's like, no, no, let's not, go down
Oh no,
this.
I've done the spiraling. I'm the
You're the spiraler.
spiraler. I think I've seen him in a bad way, like in a really bad way, like twice through
Uh-huh.
this whole process.
Yeah.
Um, and rightly so. Like, you know, the night
Oh,
before,
absolutely.
yeah, like the night before his surgery, that was a tough night because his
Mm-hmm.
surgery was very risky
Oh,
and
okay.
so like he put Cooper to bed that night and you know, him coming out from putting Cooper to bed
Mm-hmm.
was like that's the toughest I've seen
Mm-hmm.
him in. But I mean, and yeah, because like he literally like we walked into that surgery not knowing if he'd be coming out of that surgery. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah.
very real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um and then even then, like there was stuff that happened that morning where the doctor was like, you know, so if it's attached to this or if it's attached to that, we're just like, we're gonna leave it. We can't take it. And we were like, wait, what? We thought, didn't know if that was
Mm.
an
You're
option.
just
Like there's
gonna leave the
so
tumor.
many things.
Okay.
So okay. But thankfully that didn't happen. And like they really got the whole thing. And I mean, yeah, I can't. I mean, it was literally a miracle. Like that was,
Amazing.
yeah. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah.
And
No.
so now you're kind of just hoping that it will go in a similar route, or is that route not available?
I mean, that's the thing with some of these smaller things that metastasize, it's not really an option of like removing it. Obviously, if something
Okay.
gets large enough, that would be the option. Um, if something's on the spleen, it's literally like take the spleen, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, so right now they're saying more radiation, like spot treatments of radiation, and then hopefully the immunotherapy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that would be
Gotcha.
the route that they would go. But so
Okay.
everything they've seen, like, and the same with the thing on his hip, which was successful. Like they did radiation on that area, and what they
Mm-hmm.
saw shrunk to the point where they were comfortable with
Oh.
saying it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well, that's
Well,
awesome.
yeah,
it's almost like there's going to be residual effects of the cancer um, from the chest, but that it's manageable, hopefully, and then immunotherapy can kind of rid his body of these.
that
Mm-hmm.
would be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're like, it's funny you let you have these moments where you're like, oh, it's okay, so we got that and now we're done. Like each step,
Hmm.
I mean, you kind of have to like, you can't live in it, but I think the bottom line is like with some of these things, like there, it's not going away. And like you
Hmm.
just kind of have to resign. You have to kind of adjust to a new normal in order to function in it. And it's like, today's a good day. We're functioning
Hmm.
fine. We had a great day. And like, and he's gonna outlive this system, like, and that's
Hmm.
the bottom line, and we're
Yeah.
confident in that, you know.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. That's
yeah,
good. That's good. Having, I think, taking count of the good day, being very firm about like, no, we're going to live in the good day for as long as possible for the day. Like, let's not go down a different mental path, probably is
yeah,
really, really good. A
Yeah.
good
yeah,
habit for anybody, a good habit for anybody.
Yeah.
yeah. No, and yeah, you do, you let your guard down because you kind of get used to like, but you get a good scan, and then you're like, oh, okay, we're good, and
Hmm.
then you start to like lean into that a little, and you're like, all right,
Hmm.
like, oh, we can start.
Yeah.
And then, but you just have, but we live our lives at this point 3 months at a time because he gets a scan every 3 months.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, the concerts that you can see within a 3 month period
yeah,
are
it's a lot. There
wild.
is a lot you can do. We've managed to, yeah. And I mean, like, honestly, we have lived, it's been 2 years of this now, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah.
And like, we have had a lot of really great days. We've had a lot of good times in those 2 years. Like, we have
Yeah.
managed to live a real life. And like, yeah,
That's
you can't,
fantastic.
you can't just sit in it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's not a way to live. Like,
Right.
yeah. And
Well,
there's
as
so
he
many
said,
people that are so many worse. And like, that's the thing.
yeah,
Mortality is mortality, right? Like, we all
we're gonna
are
deal with it.
facing our mortality on a daily basis. Some of us are just facing it
Hmm.
more prevalently than others, but the
Yeah.
reality is anyone can get in a car and get in a car accident any day. Like anyone
Right.
could die today,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like so it's just it's you but you can't live your life with that fear of like I'm going to die today, so I can't do anything. Like that's
Right.
just not how you function
Yeah.
as a human,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and in a way there's blessings to like seeing your mortality like a little bit more
More
upfront.
clear.
You value
Hmm.
things more, you value moments more, you value people more. Um,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
like hang on to it more. So
Yeah, that's great. That
It's a
outlook
great
is really,
perspective.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
thanks.
Well, absolutely. I feel like it's amazing that you are talking about it and that you feel, it's like there's definitely a sense, I think, of bravery, even just discussing it openly in a normal way, instead of like it being weird or you not having a sense of humor about it. It's kind of like what you said, we're all still driving our cars and going and doing things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to view it that way, and that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean no one really likes to be feel I mean that's something I will complain about. Like you asked like things that bother me. Like
Hmm.
I hate the like sympathy without a real question or without real concern behind it.
Hmm.
Like I
Oh,
hate the like, hey, like,
yeah.
how's it
How you
going?
doing?
Yeah, and I'm like, do you really want to know? Like that's not a real
And they're
question,
like,
and you're asking me in a
no.
moment, right? Like I'm gonna say fine because
Yeah.
you're not really trying to dive
It's
into it
not
right now.
sincere.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just like, you
You're
know,
like, I screamed into a pillow all morning.
right. Like, and you do have those moments, and like, I will say, like, and it's funny. I have said my friend Jolene, like, she's probably in her mid 40s. She has pretty severe MS. She got diagnosed probably like 5 years ago, and
Mm.
she's in a lot of pain. She's going through it, like more so than
Hmm.
we are, honestly.
Hmm.
And the way that she would send me text messages, even to just like comfort me, I was
Hmm.
like, man, when you know how, like, you learn so much about how to comfort and sympathize with people when you are been through a situation where you need comfort and sympathy,
Mm.
if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
like I would get messages from her that would just be like, man, this world sucks. She's like, I can't wait. She's like, was thinking of you. Can't wait till we're like in the paradise drinking perfect wine and eating perfect pizza and all this crap is behind us. And like
Yeah.
that's it. Like I don't need to answer a question. I don't even need to
Yeah.
acknowledge the message. Like it's
Yeah.
just like, wow, that was
Yeah.
like she put my head in a positive place and she like
Hmm.
acknowledged that things are tough, but like didn't put anything on me. Like didn't put
That's
any
nice.
responsibility on me,
That's
Yeah.
Like
nice. And
and
it,
like I think you learn that when you're going through it yourself, you know.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like on Sunday, whenever they were having that caregiver magazine, and the one paragraph
Mm,
was like, the sister was like, I can't even respond to a text.
yeah.
And it like that was like very, I feel like grounding for people to be like, have you ever been in this position? Like, have you actually felt this bad or sick or been taking care of someone this aggressively that you can't even respond to a text? So that's really nice that your friend takes that responsibility away. You know,
Hmm.
she's like, no, I'm just going to say this. And then I'm not gonna, that's good advice for other people to also do that. You know, don't ask a stupid question. Just say something
Yeah,
positive and move on.
right. They actually interviewed her and her husband at a meeting a little bit ago about like people dealing with chronic illness.
Mm,
And she even said she's like, I've had people and she's like, I know that they mean well, and she's so sweet, but she's just like, they'd ask me how I'm doing and what's going on, and they were like, okay, well, hang in there, you're gonna feel better soon, or like feel better soon. And it's like, no, I
I
know.
probably am
Like
not.
I'm dealing with a chronic illness, but
Don't
it's
know
like,
if you've
Yeah.
ever looked up
but just
MS
like put
on.
a little, just think a little bit ahead before you like say
Yeah.
something. Oh, I mean, that's the thing is to
Funny.
just learn like, oh, that's like we just like some people are really just in it and
Yeah.
it's never going to change.
Yeah.
And like, but
Yeah.
like what they need to hear from us and like how they need to feel our empathy and sympathy,
Hmm.
like,
They're like, you need to lay down on one of those mats with the sticks
Did you try
and
the
you
prana
just
mat?
lay on it. Yeah. Have you ever done yoga? I heard it does stuff that
it
you would
does
not believe. Yeah.
wonders for the body.
Yeah.
And
You literally are just like
it is tough though, because when someone is dealing with
Chelsea's
something,
losing it.
when someone is dealing with something, I think it's the natural reaction to want to like say something.
Yeah.
Typically, all anyone wants to hear or feel is that like you're there more than like there's
Hmm.
nothing you're gonna like say. It's more
Hmm.
just that like you're there, sort of. So
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like one of my most supportive friends through all of this is like a good friend of mine, Katie, and she's not even a talker. Like when it comes to she's like the least sympathetic talker in the world. If anything, she's a bit of a jerk.
Hmm. Hmm.
But she just would like she just show up. Like she would just be, that was the thing. Like especially when Mike was doing like his inpatient chemo and stuff, she'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like she's like, "I bought stuff to make this. I bought too much. Like maybe I'll just come over and I'll cook." And she would just
Hmm.
come over and just like spend time with us and like hang out, and
Hmm.
yeah,
it wasn't, she just show up, And obviously, like, I'm not saying that that's what people always need to do. Like, it's not, we all can't be showing up for everyone in that way all the time. But,
But
yeah,
just the
sometimes
ease of it.
you just need company sometimes without even a conversation. It's just like,
Hmm.
yeah, just like, and even just like, yeah, let's throw on a stupid show and let's have a
Hmm.
martini and like let's
Chill
just
out.
yeah, like and
yeah,
just not be talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what we'll do, I guess. We'll just
Yeah,
have to go over.
let's
yeah.
do it. I have my tea, but I also did bring a glass of wine because I haven't been drinking, but then I had a glass of wine with dinner and then I was like, do I want another glass of wine? And I was like, I don't know how this thing's gonna go, but I'll bring tea and wine.
I think it was awesome. And thank you, Chelsea. That was really,
Yeah.
really nice.
I think
Oh,
our
thanks, guys.
I think our best pods have been when people are like when we're talking to someone that is kind of like just saying their perspective on something or what they're dealing with or something that's happened to
Hmm.
them in an honest way. So
Hmm. Yeah.
this was good.
I think it'll be good for people to hear.
Yeah.
I think it'll be nice. It's a nice, fresh perspective, and also I think you're young and vibrant and fun. And sometimes it's nice to be like, yeah, sometimes crappy things happen to people, even though they're young and even though they're fun. And guess what? We can still watch a show and have a martini, and it doesn't need to like completely bomb your
Oh,
life,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
So
can't.
that's
You
good.
can't sink into the negative. Like
Yeah.
there's too much of it.
Yeah.
And you can, I mean, you can easily. You can drown in it. But why? Like,
Mm-hmm.
where like you got to hang on to these. I mean, I think about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not I feel like I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No.
But you know, we're built shockingly resilient,
Mm-hmm.
considering we are dealing with stuff that we were never designed to have to deal with. Like we are dealing with
Right.
an environment in a world we were
That's
supposed to
insane.
live in a
It's
beautiful
insane.
paradise and have like be perfectly healthy and be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And it's shocking how resilient we are. Like
Yeah.
it's like
It's
we were
amazing.
not supposed to have to deal with this stuff, and we are. And yet, you could be in your lowest moment and still, if something's funny, you're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
still can't help but laugh if something's funny. So lean into that. Like
Yeah.
lean
Yeah.
into laughing, lean
Hmm.
into smiling when you can, because
That's what
there's
we can call the pod. It's funny. Laugh.
It's
it's
funny.
funny, laugh. Yeah, like but you honestly can't. You can't
But
help
then
Yeah.
it,
in
right? Like,
parentheses put it's about
yeah.
I
cancer.
love it. Yeah, but it's about cancer,
But
so buckle
it's
up.
Yeah,
funny.
the
Laugh.
podcast is about cancer, but the C word is funny, so laugh.
Yeah.
So laugh it off.
Do you think that
And
like
we'll say, don't say anything in the comments that's not funny. You're not welcome
yeah.
here.
Do you feel like Mike is a very like logical, smart person, but he is pretty like upbeat. Like, do you think that
Yeah.
with sickness and things like that, he is a pretty like positive person around people and all that? Do you see how like his outlook and his like that part of his personality like benefits him with being sick, like a
Mhm.
positive mental outlook?
Mhm.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it plays a huge role. And even when, even when he has been in like the heavier moments of this, which right now we're in a fairly lighter moment of this, which is interesting to say. But, like when he was getting his inpatient chemo and he was really sick from the chemo, or like, when we were really anxious about the surgery and all that, he took time. He would talk to his roommates in the hospital. Like,
Yeah.
he would be
Mm.
so ill and he would be like making time to make conversation. He was so friendly and kind to all of his nurses, like he still, you know, valued human connection. He still
Mm.
like, and it's very much attributed to him facing this much more head on.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he's fighting it, like you
That's
have to
great.
have fight in you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
If you're gonna
awesome.
be defeated, you're gonna be defeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you for coming on the pod. It's been
Yes,
fun.
thank you, Chelsea. That
I'm
was
glad we made
so,
it
so
happen.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. My
Yeah,
first
this was so
podcast.
fun.
All
I
right.
loved
This was
it.
easier than I thought. I was a little anxious about it, but
It's a
you
lot
made
of
it really
fun.
easy.
You
And then
did
once you
amazing.
realize anything can be edited, you kind of just start talking and know
You
like,
pull a Cooper and you just go wild.
Just
yeah,
start saying all the bad words.
all the
Yep.
words.
Yep.
Well, in
Cool.
this pod, at the end of every episode, we all suggest songs, at least one.
Hmm.
Oh,
At least one.
So if you just want to be
like
like,
like a sign off song?
no, like we have a
We add it
playlist,
to a playlist.
and the playlist is
Oh,
like 15 hours long now because we do it every
It's
episode.
very wild.
And it goes
okay.
from everyone, like it goes from Taylor Swift to Turnstile and country and
It's wild.
whatever.
I'm gonna go
Great.
ahead and say that I'm gonna add on something probably it's not there. Patience by what's her face?
What's her face?
Guns N' Roses.
What's her face? Guns N' Roses?
Is it Guns N' Roses or Metallica?
Patience by okay.
You
Patience
know
by
what it is?
I
Come
don't think I know
on.
that
You're
song.
joking.
I don't think so.
Got a little patience.
That's
Yeah.
all right. It's Guns N' Roses, and it's
Can you edit
fitting.
out my singing?
No, I'm not going to. But it's perfect because it swears. So,
Oh,
in
that's
line
good.
with our
In line
conversation
with
earlier,
Chelsea's, yes.
you want me to put a song on the playlist that swears. Got it. Noted.
Wow. There you go, Mom.
Sorry,
Happily
Mom.
listening. Sorry, Mom.
I
Okay,
guess
Chelsea's song.
I feel like because I talked about the 20th anniversary of Such Great Heights, and
Oh, yeah.
so I feel
Yeah.
like I would need to go with the Postal Service or Death Cab for Cutie
Yes.
song.
I like where this is headed.
So I want to say my favorite Death Cab for Cutie song is Sound of Settling.
Hmm.
And so I feel like that just nostalgia in me is
There
like
you
throwing
go.
that
I
out there.
love
But
it.
I
That's a
feel
good one.
like that one or Brand New Colony for Postal Service. One or the
Well,
other.
Oof.
it's
Like,
one
Do
to three
both.
songs, so we'll just do
Yeah,
both of
do
them.
both. Do
well,
both.
yeah, you can't both. I thought we each suggest one, so
No, we
I
can do
can't
one
take
to
two.
three songs. One to three
Oh,
songs.
1 to 3. Sometimes on a really crazy day, we'll do 3,
Yeah.
but one is fine. So 2 is fantastic.
all right. I'm throwing that out there just because I referenced
Yes, I love that.
concert. Yeah.
Okay, Jakey.
I really want to put a song from the new Zach Bryan album, but it's just not.
Oh, Mike loves
Oh
Zach
my
Bryan.
gosh.
But what does he think of the new album? Because I just can't quite
I
connect
Get
I
a
it.
don't
grip
know
on
that
it.
I don't know if he's listened to it actually. He's been
Okay, we're
listening
gonna have
to
to
more
have
Zach
Mike
Bryan.
on.
Yeah, like we honestly, the last few times I've gotten in the car with him, Zach Bryan has been on, and I don't know if it's new or old Zach Bryan because I'm not that big of a fan,
Oh,
so I
okay.
couldn't be sure. But he might
Because
be
of him
listening to
being
the
a
album.
narcissistic abuser.
Well, then I'm.
Yes.
Oh, come on. um, he was a bad boyfriend. That's all he
He
was.
was? I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah,
then maybe we
whatever.
Let's
shouldn't
we
That's
be.
old
can't go
news.
into it. We
He's
can't
married
go
now.
into it.
He's
He's
married
married.
now.
He got
So
married
that
random.
absolves him?
Okay.
No,
It's
he's in
cool. It's
denial.
cool. He's
It's
He's in
married
cool.
now.
denial.
It's cool. He's married now.
Cool. He's married
Right, right.
now.
Well, for my
Chelsea and I will start our own podcast called How to Deal with Abusive Men.
Yeah.
well,
How we'll call it It's Not Cool That He's
Yeah,
Married
it's not
Now.
cool that he's married now. It's still really bad what he
It's still
did.
probably not okay that he's married
No,
okay.
it
now.
All right.
still
Well,
is horrible,
I
Jake. That's what
got
we'll call the pod.
shamed out of doing a Zach Bryan song.
Okay, just kidding. Do it
I
for
know.
Michael.
For Michael, I'll do Pain Sweet Pain by Zach Bryan. And
Okay.
then I Sat by the Ocean by Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Excuse us.
Thank you
By the
very
ocean. I'll have
much.
to listen to that.
Wow. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, this
All
has
right, I
been
love
fun.
it.
Thank you so much,
This was
Chelsea, for
great,
being with us.
Chelsea.
Thanks, guys. I hope
Yeah.
to see both of you soon.
Yes,
Yes.
it was
Like,
really,
yeah,
really
Yes.
fun.
That would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
it was great. I would
We'll
love
make a
that
plan.
too.
yeah,
Cool.
for
All
sure.
right, guys. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great night.
You too.
Okay, tell Michael bye-bye.
Yeah.
I
Say hi to
will.
Mike and Darren.